Hi, English learners. It's Teacher Slee Smith here, and I really wanted to sit down and have a quick chat with you all because I feel like this is so important. I recently learned how to teach English as a first language thanks to the amazing genius Drew Badger. His name is Drew Badger. However, on YouTube, you'll find him as English Anyone. And his live videos, personally for me, are the best because I get to watch him teach other students live, right? And it is so amazing just to see how he does not choose to teach traditionally, but he teaches in a modernized way, or rather a way that he has found best, where you teach English as a first language. And he focuses on using what you have and building on that. So many people in English are told, well, you need to know a certain amount of vocabulary before you can fluently speak English. But that's not necessarily true. You just need to know 2% and take that 2% and build on it. And that's exactly what he focuses on. When it comes to ESL, it's like more is more, but he actually says EFL, less is more. Just use what you have, but understand it in depth. And usually with ESL, it's more about memorizing and cramming things, which is great for an exam or test. But when you want to speak English fluently, you need to understand it. And I mean, you really have to watch his videos, or better yet, even get his course. Honestly, I'm not just saying this because I'm an English teacher, but I'm saying this because I believe as English teachers, we have a big role. A lot of people are learning English for a lot of important things. Others need it for jobs, migration, to see family, all these other things. It's their literally their bread and butter. And I exactly know what that is because English is also my bread and butter. But the most important thing here is understanding and building on your existing knowledge. And if you don't understand something, it means you're not ready for that level. You need to simplify it. A lot of people have big vocabulary words. However, the grammar is right here and the vocabulary is right there. So it's like, oh, wow, I listened to this person, very great vocabulary. However, the grammar is right here. And people think to be advanced, you need to know bombastic words. However, that's not true. You just need to understand English and fluently speak. Of course, when you start to be advanced, your grammar is advanced and your vocabulary will be advanced. But if you learn English as if it's your first language, then you are able to build more rapidly than you would if you learned English as your second language. Other people will just learn vocabulary. They don't learn maybe the phrasal verb of that vocabulary. But in ESL, you learn one vocabulary word in its basic form and move on to the next. And you probably forget the five that you learned and remember maybe three and can only use two and one of them correctly. And then when it comes to EFL, you learn and focus on one vocabulary word and go in depth and look at it in depth. And you learn that vocabulary word in a phrasal verb form. For example, run, run up, run into, run down, run it up, you know? And that's really important because when you do that and you understand the vocabulary so deeply, you're able to use it automatically. You don't even have to translate from your native language to your target language, which can also be your native language because you understand it so well. Your mind automatically uses it because it's like a cue. It knows what to use when because it understands. It has not crammed nor memorized Of course, like I mentioned earlier, in an exam and a test, that's fine. But when you're speaking fluently outside in the real world and you have to use real English or outside English or natural English and you have to be fluent, you need to understand what exactly are you saying and how can you go about expressing yourself. And that happens naturally and automatically if you understand the vocabulary in depth. So do yourself a favor and go over to Drew Badger's channel. His live videos are honestly the best for me. And also, he has an amazing, amazing course for teachers too, and of course, for English learners. This helps you to learn English independently. And now, let me tell you something: you really don't need a language partner to be fluent in English. I know it sounds bizarre. However, it is not. But really, truly from my heart, I'm really thankful to him because he changed the way I look at things as a teacher and how I go about teaching. And it's been working really well with my students. If you'd also like an English teacher, click the description and you'll find my link to my italki profile. Book a trial lesson and try it out and see if it will work for you. And I'm really excited to record a podcast with Drew, and I hope that you all will be able to hear it. And of course, I'll put it right in the description once we've recorded everything. And I hope Drew sees this, and if he does, Drew, thank you so, so much. Please continue doing what you do best. And to all the English learners, don't forget to go and check out all the gems on Drew Badger's channel. And I wish you all the best luck for your English journey.